And hello fellow Tankers, Spacebanner here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are in the Centurion Action X Tier 10 British medium tank. One of my all-time favorites. This tank is absolutely phenomenal. Not for everyone, but for me, definitely one of the better tanks at Tier 10 out there. The gun accuracy on this thing is just phenomenal, and the fact that it has heat rounds as secondary rounds with very good penetration values makes this tank amazing for me. Anyway guys, before we begin with this replay, I just want to say that there will not be much content on this channel for the next 3 weeks, maybe another month. I'll be away on vacation for some time, so I'm taking a break from YouTube, taking a break from tanks at the same time. I will not be posting any videos on my channel. So we're gonna have one more video next week, and there will be significant break after that video, probably for 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. Now I have some amazing stuff to post after I come back. I have a guest replay which is fantastic from another Night Owls clan member. Spectacular game in M46 Button, which I'm probably gonna show once I'm back. But yeah, one more game this week, and after that taking a break, so do not expect any activity on this channel. Anyway, going into this game, and this game is quite a good representative of what's been happening in the game lately. And you guys watched my previous video, I hope, and the fact that there's so many lopsided losses that I've been a part of, and you know, and this is kind of continuation of this topic. It hasn't been getting any better. So now this game is a little bit older than the ones I showed last week, but still the trend continues, I would say, regardless. So just first take a quick look at the map and see what's happening here. Now I got myself into this position E7 because I wanted to be somewhat close-ish to the encounter base in case we need to reset. At the same time, I thought that we're gonna have a few greenies coming over to our side here, so we can actually try to push through. But look what's happening here. Pretty much the entire team stayed on the J line. And we have medium tanks sitting at H2. TDs with 2 arties in play, especially arties that are in a platoon. My team is just going to dwindle. And what to do in a situation like this? I mean, there's nothing I can do here. I could potentially push with my medium tank that is currently in E6, but I decided to stay here and prevent the Reds from flanking my team. And that's why I hang around in this position. And you notice light tank wanted already to make the flanking maneuver. So does this E4. Is trying to come around through the middle, but we're gonna punish him as much as we can over here. An interesting fact over here is this E4 is well within our view range, but I guess because of the fact that we're behind the bush, we can't really spot him. And I guess concealment values of E4 allow him to stay unspotted. So we're gonna stay in the same position here because we want to control the middle of the map, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But just looking at the team distribution and how things worked out in this game, I already knew that this game was going to be a loss. So that's just from that perspective. And then, yes, shots like this that are fully aimed, almost fully aimed, but should have hit and not hitting. RNG not being on our side. Same here. The shell purposely misses light tank on the right hand side. I know it wasn't aimed right in the middle of the tank, but still, the shell could have went a little bit to the left, or it could have went straight and decided to go to the right of the tank. So based on that, I already knew this game was a loss. So in this situation, all I was thinking about right here is getting my damage. Just stay here, and this position is alright because I'm pretty much protected from every side. In this little corridor over here, I can poke my head out here and still shoot, trying to take a shot at this light tank, and you know, we can't penetrate light tank. But now we see this E100, so we should be able to put a shell into the E100. And now we're gonna drop a little bit here, and we're gonna hit this TD. Now I was a bit peed off over here. I'm like, you know what, we still have tanks on this side and they're not paying attention to that medium tank that's at B5, and he manages to put a shell into me, especially that heavy, right? You should be paying attention to that. Alright, so we're gonna check this side one more time, but look at the score now. It's total beating. There's nothing we can do in this game except just defend here and get some extra damage. So that's what we're gonna do. And 1v1 Centurion Action X is just wonderful. It's a beautiful tank when it comes to 1v1. We're gonna angle it here. Leopard bounces his shell. So we're gonna go after him right here and we're gonna take him out of the game. And as long as they come to me one by one, I should be able to deal with these guys, especially lower tiers like this Charioteer. I know he's got a big gun, a big alpha, but we could still handle this. We should be able to take him 1v1, especially because we have good rate of fire. Now that shot, that's weird. Going for a tracking shot, and I don't manage to track him. Interesting game. Quite interesting. Anyway, we managed to take him out of the game. And we're gonna concentrate and see who our next target is. So we're gonna look for some targets. And like I said, we're gonna hope that we can catch these guys coming one by one so that we can get as much damage as we can. Now we notice this object 268. Now that's trouble because of the big gun. So I thought my game is pretty much finished. But then I realized he's shooting HE. If he's shooting HE, I'm like, okay, I got a chance over here. I might be able to take him out. So we're gonna charge him. We're gonna put a shell into him and then we're gonna back off here into the safe spot. And here, what I probably should have done is hit his drive wheel. Instead, he manages to put a shell into me. I could have probably gotten even more damage here, but regardless, I didn't realize that there is a TD on my left. He misses his shot, but we're going to go after this object to 68. We're going to put a shell into him. And now we know that there is bar on our left-hand side and all those hit points that I can pretty much feast on right here. And that's what I'm going to try to do. So we're going to take advantage of the situation. We're going to go behind him and, you know, he can't really do anything here. So we're going to keep putting shells into him. And like I said, I'm in a good position because nothing else can really shoot at me except this bar. So we're going to try to outrun his gun over here. I could have tracked him over there, but it didn't matter. I mean, the game was pretty much over right there. So it was all about just getting as much damage as possible. And here, unfortunately, I didn't even spot the 100. He comes from behind the rock and he takes me out of the game. And yeah, no matter what you do, guys, sometimes that's the way it goes. You cannot do everything. You cannot beat the entire team. You just one tank, even if you try. So yeah, unfortunate that we weren't able to pull this off, but it wasn't meant to be from the beginning. But take a look at the result. It's quite fantastic result. We managed to put up 7.6k damage just defending that one area and taking opposition one by one as they came over to try to kill me. We finished with class 2 for 7.6k damage, class 2. Quite pathetic. I don't know why the score is so low, because I was fighting up close and personal. Maybe I wasn't too effective early in the game, but there's really not much I could have done, to be honest. I mean, I did what I could, and I don't think class 2 is really representative of how good of a game I had with respect to result in this tank. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.